Hi, how are you today? Thank you very much again for being here. I will continue showing you my drawings. As yesterday we were looking at the beginning basically of my channel when I was doing these drawings mainly using ink brush and then starting to use fine liners. This first drawing, as you can see, is a urban sketching, a street of UK, a street in Liverpool to be specific, and I tried to do as much details as I could. I think I missed a little bit the perspective since this car could be bigger, and I think this I really need to improve the perspective in this area. Overall, I think looks good, but some details maybe also still could be added. There is a style that is called loose sketching, which is reducing a lot the details, but in this case I didn't really intended to do that, so I think it can be improved. This one is Tom Daley. This was during the Olympics. I really liked doing this because was the moment when they won gold medal. As you can see, this is the moment where they jump, and this is made with ink brush. This is another famous face, maybe you can recognize, Billie Eilish. I tried to capture her expression. I tried to be very accurate, but I would leave it to you to say if she really looks like. I think I managed to get right the eyes, which her eyes colors are actually very clear, so I think I could capture that in this drawing, but let me know, what do you think? This is a horse riding drawing. I used ink brush here and I tried to capture also that moment. This is also during the Olympics. It was very interesting to draw the body of the horse and all the shades and all the lights. You may also know this one. This is Mark Rober, and I included these two guys because when he did a video about the robot for Domino's, these guys were working on that project for basically a few years, and they finally finished this robot that could organize thousands, millions, I guess, of dominoes, and the robot could arrange them to make those very pleasing videos about dominoes effect. This is a Betta Fish. I did this because I was trying to do more drawings about animals, and I was thinking to do one that looks very dynamic, and I found this to be the right one. I got a little bit of trouble by giving the shade in this side, but at the end I think I got it right. I did actually a couple of tests before I ended up with this final version. Also the skin, it was something that I was thinking on how to do it, because as I mentioned before in my part 1 video, I was sometimes I was spending too much time doing some details where it actually could be done in a faster way and getting the same results. So in this case what I did was basically first trace these lines, the long lines, and then these ones just making small lines across it. And in order to give it a little bit more of a circular shape, especially in the corners, I was just passing very quickly the ink brush, and that's how I got this effect, and it actually looks very good. The gymnast Simone Biles, she was also in the Olympics on this year. She is really good. She is known as the best gymnast of this time. So yeah, I also did that this drawing in order to test how can I capture the moment where she jumps. And I was also trying to give all the details. As I mentioned before, when I do drawings about sports, the faces moves, and when they jump, the facial expressions are different. So it's difficult to say if this is really resembles Simon Biles, but you would be the judge. So let me know what do you think about this drawing. Does she really look like? This is another drawing that I did as a test. I found it very nice. I was doing some drawings about flowers, and I thought this would be a very nice combination, and resulted to be actually. So you can see here, what I did here is basically I started with this face, and then I started adding the flowers, and then I was thinking on how to add the flowers in a nice shape to give it a nice flow and not to look messy. So I found this one. I think it looks very well. This intended to be a sunflower, and the other ones some roses and other kinds of flowers. And yeah, this is ended up very well. This is another kind of flowers. This one basically are flowers that has many petals, and they look like this. Of course, in the case of ink brush, it's a bit difficult to capture nicely the flowers because they meant to be in color, but I think this resulted very well, and also it gave me the chance to see how to make flowers with these, with black and white basically. This is fully Olympics. This is mainly the picture they were using in the Olympics. You can see some different sports, at least 4 sports. And yeah, I was trying to capture as well that dynamic moment of sports. I wanted to show you this because this is one of the sketches that I do, that I test, that I try, even looking at other artists, other drawers, way more experienced than me, and I just try to see how they do it, how they manage to keep a balance between shade and the lights. So this is a very good example. Also some, as I mentioned before, some loose sketch which is reducing as much the details, and this is one of the cases. I think this is used a lot in fashion, in the fashion industry. People like to do these kind of drawings very quickly because maybe they have an idea and they quickly take a piece of paper and do very quick drawings, and then they add the details later. This is a very similar one, and this guy, I saw this picture from another artist, which is very experienced artist, and I try to do the same. All of these ones, I try always to do it without tracing first with pencil. I go straight with ink brush just to get the experience and also to try to improve my confidence. This is another urban sketching from Liverpool. This is the dogs from Liverpool. So I combined here some ink brush and some fine liners. You can see these small, the cars. These lines are much more concentrated, and these ones are the ones that I did with fine liners. And this big one, and also including the water, I did it with ink brush. I was trying to find out how to draw the water, and what I did was just making some soft lines with the ink brush, and it ended up to look like this, which you would tell me if this really looks like water or maybe it needs a little bit more of shades. It may actually need a little bit more of shades, and yeah, but I didn't want to saturate it in order also to capture the light on the water. These are famous faces as well. This is the two-set violin. I have seen videos of these guys and they are very interesting, even though they keep it very relaxed. They talk a lot about many other things, but in terms of music they are really good. They have shown some really nice pieces, very nice musicians, world-class musicians. So I decided to do this drawing. And also the fact that they are famous, you can tell me if they really look like, and that will help me to improve my style. In this year there was also a championship of cricket, and I did this drawing of this very well-known sport, where basically they kick, the way they use the bat to throw the ball is in a very specific way. Was very interested to capture that moment, and that's what I did in this drawing. Physics Girl, maybe you know also this famous YouTuber. She does very interesting videos about physics, and Sophie Dossi, which she is contortionist, and they were in a video that I really like it to make a drawing, so that's what I did. I think the faces, they are not quite there, they are a bit off, so I think that I can improve them definitely. This is a generic jump in basketball, and I was trying to capture that moment. In this case, I think this player, I got it right in general, as you can see, the hands, the shading. But this one, I think I missed a little bit the head and the facial expression. I think that can be improved. An Astronaut, this one, I like this one a lot. Also, I was inspired to do this by looking at other artists, and I think I got most of the parts right. If you look closely, you may find some details that are not quite there. For example, this part of the arms. I think this part of the arms, I could improve it because it doesn't look fully 3D. It looks like this is only one side and something else is missing below these shades. But in general, I would say I like this very much. I like this drawing a lot, and you can find this video in my channel. All of these drawings, except for some of them, you can find them in my channel. This one, I didn't publish this one. I only publish Lionel Messi, but I didn't publish the other player. The other player supposed to be Kane from England. And this because I tried to draw a scenario where they were going for the ball together. They were going for the ball at the same time, but it doesn't look quite there. I don't know, what do you think? But for me, it looks like it's a bit the body expressions are not as dynamic as it would be if two football players playing against them going for the ball. This is the girl that won also a medal in the Olympics, the skater. She's very young. She's around 13, I think 14. And why I was inspired by her to do this drawing. I think I got most of the body shapes right, and the shadings and lights. So I think this resulted in a good drawing. This is one of the ones that I also liked a lot, inspired by other artists as well. And in this one I did a little bit of drawing with the pencil before I go with the ink brush. And in general, this is the result. It looks actually very good. The details are there, the shades, the moment, the dynamic moment. It is there. I like this one. I think from this you will start seeing that I started to get more confidence, and also to do the drawings with more details, and all the lines look more right. These are two football players now that the NFL is going on. I did this and I think also resulted really nice. I was afraid to miss this part of the legs. I was afraid to get it wrong, but I think it got it right. It looks well in terms of the perspective, and the style looks very nice as well. The moment looks very dynamic. I think that's one of the things that I got right in this drawing. Boston Dynamics robot. You may know that this robot is very advanced. It is becoming also, of course, very famous, and it can do impressive things: jumps, dances. They avoid obstacles. They go up the stairs, go down the stairs. It's amazing. So I really was very inspired to do this drawing. I tried to capture as much as I could the details. I think I got it right as well. The moment is very dynamic, is right on the air, jumping. So that's great. Sean Locke, sadly, he's gone, but I like it a lot. His comedy. So in those days, I decided to do one drawing um, about him. Yeah, this is a girl. I did this drawing also inspired by a couple of drawings that I saw. The clothes, they were done fully on the fly. I didn't think about any designs. I was just drawing. I was just trying to let it flow, to start doing some lines, trying to figure out at the same time how to do the clothing, and ended up like this. I think it ended up right. I hesitated a little bit, but at the end, I think it looks good. It looks okay. Maybe the proportions in this drawing needs to be improved, definitely. But in general, I think the position, the body shape looks good. This is a simple one that surprisingly got a lot of attention. I did this as a short video and it got near near 1,000 views, and I was very impressed. Let me know, what do you think about this drawing? Why would you think it got a lot of attention? I didn't really expect it. I did it because I think was in a very dynamic moment, was jumping, and yeah, that was it. Let me know, what do you think? Is it the position? Is it the moment captured? Let me know. I'm just curious about what did people was looking at these drawings. This is one that I took from, well, I saw a picture about this girl on Instagram, and I thought, oh, this is an interesting picture to make a drawing. And it's because here there is a lot of perspective. You can see the perspective very noticeable in the feet. You can see this left foot very far away from this right foot. So it's a challenge, and I think to capture this one is very crucial to make a drawing look good. And yeah, also each of her parts of the body are in perspective with others. So the right foot definitely should look bigger than the head, and the legs should look way thicker. Yeah, to give that impression that actually is in a perspective. So this one is also inspired in a picture that I saw. I liked a lot this picture. It was very simple, but I think it captured a lot of personality. It got also a lot of attention. Let me know what do you think. It's just a lady sat on the couch and looking at right in front of the camera. So I like it. Maybe I was missing a little bit the proportions in the face, but the fact that the perspective is in this way, it should be like that. Maybe some shades needs to be added just to make it look more balanced and make it look in terms of perspective better. A pug dog. You maybe like these dogs a lot. I think they are cute. So I did this drawing. In terms of I think I missed a little bit the line where the head is slightly turned, but in general I think I got it right. Some exercises to draw women body. I just was doing these exercises. It is always important to keep doing proportions, even though there are not many details, but the fact that I could capture some specific details, I think it helps a lot to improve. Climbing, if any of you like climbing, I think this is one of the very nice drawings that I have done. This one I did looking at the picture as well, and even when I saw the drawing, I like a lot the fact that this hand, I did first the little finger, so it looked like it was in the moment of making a lot of effort to keep going up. So I think this one is one of my favorites so far. So with this one we finish. I thank you very much for joining me in this live. If you like to watch it later, please leave your comments, leave your like. If you like this video, let me know what do you think. I will keep doing these live streamings to show you all my drawings. I started drawing fully 4 months ago, not fully in terms of being this my job, but committed to it. One of you asked me, I think he's Redbird. I saw one of the comments saying if I started 4 months ago. I have always been drawing, but I started 4 months ago, committed to do at least one drawing per day. So, and I also before I didn't try many tools, many materials that I now am trying, especially this one, the ink brush. Now I'm trying. I like the ink brush and I have much more experience with the ink brush, so I can show you. Yeah, I think I will keep doing these drawings. I really like. It's one of my passions So I'm very also glad to be able to show it with you, to share it, and to be here to continue making these drawings. Thank you very much. Leave any suggestions in the comments, and see you the next time.